in the community is to record videos, and live video especially, because this draws in a larger audience and therefore gives you a chance to build up a greater community and therefore find more vendors. So I've been recording Facebook Lives and Instagram Reels in recent weeks, and I've already seen a following develop. So while I've been doing that, I thought I'd offer some tips based upon my experience, and hopefully these will help you in recording your videos. So the first tip relates to the common objection to recording videos, which is having fear of the camera. The first is to find an area where there are no people and no distractions. So perhaps using a private room in your house or somewhere out in the countryside. Second suggestion is to record a video where you have a friend behind the camera. So it's as if you're having a conversation with them, and this will take your mind off the camera. Third idea is to perhaps pretend there's nobody there at all. And in fact, your first few videos, once published, are unlikely to be seen by many people in any case, because you haven't built up the following as of yet. The other concern is scripts. Is there a case for using one? Is there a case for having some brief notes? Or is there a case for just doing it off the cuff? From my experience so far, I've found that having some bullet points to refer to is the easiest approach. The reason being is that if you're looking at a teleprompter, viewers will be able to watch your eyes as they move from side to side and up and down, and therefore they'll instantly realise that you're using a teleprompter. And secondly, it's a little bit more formal too. You don't project your personality or character across on the video in that case. If you do it off the cuff, then you could wander off on various tangents and therefore lose your plot, basically. So you'll lose control over what you're saying. So as I say, it's like everything in life. A compromise would be to have bullet points. Then you can refer to those as and when you wish. But secondly, if you are having to look down at these bullet points from time to time, you can always sort of have a brief smile, take a breather, and then edit that section out when you come to use your editing software. The third question tends to relate to what equipment do I need? The first and most essential piece of equipment is obviously the video camera. Well, as you know, we all have one of these in our hands or pockets today. The mobile phone offers just so much functionality, it's unbelievable. So when it comes to the camera functionality, I, for example, have 5 lenses on my camera. I've got the facility to do just a normal shoot, a wide angle shot, telefocus, and even down to a macro shot. So, and the quality of the pictures or the video are second to none. And when you add the editing facilities that phones now offer with certain apps, the quality of the videos is brilliant. But don't forget, people aren't looking for the best quality video. They're looking to watch you and to be educated and entertained at the same time. So don't worry too much about quality. The other useful item to purchase as soon as you can is a microphone, because if people are going to grumble about a video that they're watching or be turned off by it, it's the lack of decent sound quality. They need to be able to hear what you're saying. So I've purchased a microphone which I've been able to put on a stand, and it has a dead cat on it. So if I'm out and about recording videos and there's some wind noise, the dead cat is designed to remove that wind noise. The next thing I purchased was a gimbal. A gimbal is a device to enable you to record video while on the move, but to keep your video stabilized. So it doesn't matter whatever movement you're making, the video will not jump, it will always remain steady. And this is particularly useful when trying to take more innovative shots from slightly different angles, especially when you're shooting interiors of properties. The gimbal once again can come with an app, and then that will give you greater functionality as well. The third thing that I purchased was a tripod, because you can't always, or you don't always want to use a gimbal. Sometimes you just want to be talking to camera and therefore need to stand the camera in a fixed position, i.e. on the tripod. Finally, I've invested in a green screen. Now, this was primarily because I knew that I would want to edit my video, and it gives you so much potential for allowing your imagination to roam wild. You can shoot yourself against this green screen and therefore remove the green area and substitute it for all sorts of imagery and videography in the background. So it makes your videos even more interesting. So what is the rough cost of all this equipment? So the investment I've made in the equipment mentioned has been around £200, which I think is a fine investment because it's going to provide the functionality I need, provide more professional video, and probably last me quite some time until I decide to upgrade. So as regards editing software, which I've mentioned already, I looked at 3 packages. One was DaVinci, which is free and offers a great deal of functionality, but I thought there was a little bit too much functionality. So even though it was free, I decided to also look at Adobe Premiere, and once again I thought that was very much a professional editing suite which might be beyond my ability to use. So I finally whittled it down to a package called Filmora, and this, although I have to pay about £35 a year, has been absolutely brilliant. It's so simple to use, it's so intuitive. So once I've produced my video, I need to publish them. So where have I published them to? Well, the first option is obviously YouTube, because that way the content will become evergreen. It's there forever. I've already mentioned Facebook Live and Instagram Reels, but also LinkedIn, because I think that by publishing up to LinkedIn, I'll attract business people and hopefully estate agents who might wish to join me in the business. YouTube have quite a few videos and therefore useful advice on how to promote your videos, but the essential things are to have a visible thumbnail. So it's got to clearly have your image, so people recognize it's a video that you recorded, a sort of background suggesting who you're representing or what your video is all about, and some bold lettering so it stands out from other thumbnails. Because don't forget, YouTube is a search engine, and a very large one at that, and there are millions if not billions of videos for people to search for, and they need to know that if they put the right search terms in, they're going to find a list of videos, but yours has got to stand out from those. So your description's got to contain keywords that people will be searching for. I also add my standard bio and links to other social media sites on all my videos, so that people can always recognize me as part of my branding and therefore find me on these other social media sites. I also encourage viewers to watch other videos I've produced. One, because they might be relevant to the video that they're watching now, and secondly, it exposes them to more of my content to enable them to get a better impression as to what I'm all about. Finally, I thought I'd touch on productivity, because obviously if you're going to be producing lots of video, you're going to need to be able to plan them, produce them and publish them, as I say. And therefore there's a workflow process to this, just like any other operation that one's conducting in one's business. So I've used Trello, and if you didn't watch my previous video about using Trello to become more productive and to save time, then I'll put a link to that video in the description below. So these are my experiences. I hope you found them useful, and if you'd like to learn more about DXP, then by all means drop me a comment below or send me a direct message.